In-store behavior section provides essential information on how long your visitors generally stay in your store, how they move around, and how far inside do they go once they enter. The very top of the In-store behavior section shows average metrics as well as the total number of visitor tracks during the selected time period, from which all browsing metrics in this section are calculated. Average browsing time displays the average time visitors spend shopping. That means the total time of the visit excluding time spent in the entrance zone and in the queue zones. Average walked distance and average shopping speed reflect on how far your visitors walked in your store and how fast was their pace. So, in this particular store, from the visitor tracks captured by the positioning sensors, visitors stayed for around 13 minutes, walked almost 150 meters, and were on average moving 0.18 meters per second. For a more detailed breakdown of the four metrics we just discussed, a punch card breaking them into weekdays and hours is available once you scroll down. Each tab of the floor utilization section displays different views of different functionalities. The first view is a heat map of your store. The burned places in the map indicate where your visitors tend to stay the most once they enter your store. The redder or more burned the place on the heat map gets, the more time visitors spend at that place. Depending on the time period selected, the heat map evolution can be graphically displayed in days or even hours by clicking on the drop-down menu about the map. The second view in the floor utilization section shows tracks. Tracks draw the path of each individual visitor caught by our sensors. You can customize this view by changing the walked distance of tracks to, for example, only seeing the paths of very long tracks. In addition, you can view each and every track individually by clicking on All Tracks button and selecting a track. The real-time functionality enables you to see what is happening in your store at this very moment. As this is quite straightforward, we'd like to show you one more important view, which is the bounce rate metric. The bounce rate metric represents different views on visitors who enter your store but don't stay there for a long time and leave. Pygmalios Analytics differentiates between door bounce and far bounce. While door bounce displays the ratio of bounce visits that leave without entering deeper into the store, far bounce, in contrast, represents the percentage of visits that actually enter deeper into the store but still don't stay there for a long time. In this example, it means that around 20% of your visits bounced. The other 80% of visits belong to the other two categories. Door stay is the ratio of visits that stayed for a longer time but didn't enter deeper into the store. The far stay metric represents those who stayed for a longer time and also entered deeper into the store. Therefore, far stay represents to your real customers, those who really were shopping. All the four ratios are displayed in more detail in the punch card below. The last but very important functionality we'd like to talk about is the filter, which is located in the very top right corner of Pygmalios Analytics. Right next to the option to choose a desired time period, there is an icon displaying a filter. By clicking on it, a filter will show, enabling you to select the preferred floor, track device, visitor type, and demography. Let's say we'd like to apply all the metrics and views we just discussed only on female visitors who are between 36 and 50 years old. Now we can see how the metrics values changed according to our filters. Thank you for listening to this short tutorial. If you happen to have any questions or suggestions for improvement, please contact us by clicking on the feedback icon in the bottom right corner and we will be at your disposal.